Can you tell me the story of how Jonathan got this seat cover and the reason why it had to get cancelled into the depot on the way back from football, and you invited him over the night before to get him Chinese? So,
we already had the story.
So you do it again. So you could say, the night before.
The night before
was Tuesday.
It was Tuesday, and then I invited him over. I said, we're going football tomorrow.
What do you want for a takeaway?
What do you want for a takeaway? He said, Chinese. I said, what do you want? He said, I love chili beef. I said, are you sure you want the chili beef?
Because I remember last time.
You're not very good with spicy foods, because I remember last time you shot everywhere. And he said, no, I've got better. I've had chili food since then, and then I'm okay.
And he was okay.
So I order it. Comes in, I've had a chicken chow mein, some egg fried rice.
He ordered
some sensible stuff, some sweet sour chicken balls.
And then you went to go and collect it from the shop.
And then I ordered him chili beef.
Yeah.
He's eating chili beef.
On the sofa next to you.
Beef. On the sofa next to him. Next thing, he's eating it, and I'm going, he looks a bit pale. I said, are you okay? He said, oh.
Where are you? So you're sitting on this chair where you're sitting on now.
Yeah, and then when he's sitting where Non was sitting.
Yeah, he's enjoying it.
He's enjoying it, he's loving it, he's like scoffing it now. He's scoffing it now. He's a bit of a fatty.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's scoffing it down.
All of a sudden.
And then he looks a bit pale. I said, are you okay? And he said, yeah, I'm okay. I said, are you sure? Because I know you're not very good with spicy food. And he said,
trust me.
Actually,
you know what?
I don't feel well.
And so he rushed to the toilet.
So he rushed to the toilet. All I hear is like explosions everywhere. So I've gone over. I said, are you okay now? He said, yeah, sure, I'm okay. I said, are you sure? And he went, actually, no. I said, what's happened? He went,
you have to come and see.
All over the walls.
All over the ceiling.
You can't open the door. All over the ceiling.
So you went in.
From down here, it's like a bath. I said, it's all in the bath. I said, what's going on? What are you going to do? He's like, I'm going to try and clean it. So he comes out. He's tried to clean it with all his clothes. He just comes out in his pants. And then, so I said, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I said, I thought you could handle it. He said, I can't handle it.
Because anyway, it's bedtime.
Anyway, it's bedtime. Let's go to bed. I'll go to bed. I go to bed. I'm lying in bed. And then all I can hear is like, it's like Formula One, watching Formula One. And he keeps fighting. I'm like, John, this is a spare bedroom.
Can you stop it? Sting.
You can't. It's all over the walls in the spare bedroom. Alright?
And he was like, okay, and he went back to sleep.
I'm going to have to throw you out.
And he carried on.
He carried on farting. And then he shot a little bit and he went on the bed sheet. It was okay. So anyway, next day.
You all woke up, he had a bath, you had a bath.
Alright, well, I wouldn't go in the bathroom because I went in the upstairs bathroom. So I'm going to go downstairs bathroom because he actually destroyed that. So anyway, I got up, he went downstairs, he tried to clean it up a little bit, he had a bath, cleaned his arsehole.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then
you got an Uber to Harrow and Wealdstone because there wasn't any service on the Jubilee line. And then you got on the Bakerloo line.
He got on the Bakerloo line. And then,
he saw the seat cover, but he was like, no, Jonathan, on the way back, because remember what happened last time.
Yeah. Remember what happened last time? You were a bit crazy.
So you said, okay, on the way back.
On the way back. We won't get on the way there because you'll lose it. You'll lose it at the match when you go crazy when we score.
Yeah, so on the way back, it was very, very late at night.
Very, very late at night.
So we got on the Bakerloo.
We were on the Bakerloo line, we were on the train.
Yeah.
Coming back. We've won, so we're very happy. We're drinking beers.
And he thinks, oh, those seats look easy enough to take. I'll take one of those.
Yeah, that's what he thought. He thought, I'll take one of those seats. He tried to rip it off.
So he went up to it.
Tried to rip it.
The whole thing came off.
And then next thing you know, next stop, the police have come on, criminal damage.
And you got to say, luckily they weren't for him, they were for another footballer.
Yeah, luckily it weren't for him, they were for another football fan who'd been fighting and doing drugs.
And then you got to say the train had to be taken out of service into the depot.
So the train taken out of service into the depot.
And then you got to say, "Oh, Jonathan, look what you've done. We're in the depot now. How are we supposed to get home?"
Depot now. How are we supposed to get home? Yeah.
And then he thought, "I know." Then he thought, "I know. I'm so drunk, I'll drive the train."
Yeah, I'm so drunk. I'll drive the train.
So he did. So what happened? So you drove it back to Harrow,
I drove back to Harrow.
and then you
Even
went.
though I don't know how to drive it. I drove it anyway.
And I ring you to say, "Can you say I'm on the Bakerloo line?"
When I was driving the train, I was just like doing a selfie, like, I'm on the Bakerloo line.
And then you came home, and then Jonathan gave you the seat cover.
And then Jonathan gave someone